guys, this is Lavres, and today, although technically not today because pre-recording, we are celebrating the fact that I have been on YouTube for 4 years. It's a pretty decent milestone in my opinion. I created my YouTube account on June 30th, 2015, and a lot has changed when it comes to the channel and its statistics from 2015 to current day, so I figured, since I did a special for the 1-year anniversary and the 2-year anniversary, I did record one for the 3-year anniversary, but I don't think I ever finished the 3-year anniversary one before the 3-year anniversary day came, so that's just kind of sitting there as a dead project. Maybe eventually I'll upload it, probably not. Anyways, to celebrate this milestone thing, I guess, I thought that today I would do something special and just kind of compare and contrast, I guess, how everything was between modern day 2019 and how the channel was in 2015, because 2015, that is a very long time ago, and I still believe it's crazy just me saying I've been on YouTube for 4 years, because I don't know how long an average YouTuber records, but when was YouTube made? In 2005, and I've been on YouTube since 2015, so that means that out of YouTube's lifespan, I've been there for almost a third of it, which is something, I guess. Lots have changed when it comes to the site itself, the stuff I make on my channel, just my channel in general. So, first off, I guess I would like to do a quick comparison between two outlandish comparisons real quick. As of the moment of recording, I am at 1,781 subscribers. And as of the 22nd of June, the most subscribed individual creator, PewDiePie, is 54,321 times as large as my channel is in subscriber terms, and the largest channel, period, T-Series, is at 57,714 times more subscribers than I'm at. It's a completely unrealistic comparison, and I don't think in my channel's lifetime I'll ever be anywhere near as subscribed as PewDiePie or T-Series. I'll probably always be, I don't know, that far behind both of them. I don't know what I'm trying to... Yeah, I'm not going to become the most subscribed channel in the world in my channel's lifetime. So I guess, because I'm out of stuff to say for this segment, on to the stories for 2015. Although my YouTube channel was created in June of 2015, my first appearance on YouTube in general was actually on March 19th, 2015 in David Shepard, more known as Dharma68's 15,000 subscribers video. Essentially, I had commented for a while since I am a longtime viewer of him. He doesn't upload anymore, I don't think. I think he's either taking a break or he's quit or something. But I'd been subscribed to him since about 100 subscribers. What he did on his channel was essentially he would do tutorials on how to build Stampy's Lovely World, but he had hit 15,000 subscribers, and I was really excited being a long-term viewer, and I did kind of want to meet him in general, so I just kind of commented, I think maybe a few times. I think I was kind of one of those annoying people back then. I commented, "Hey, I actually built a thing to celebrate you for your 15,000 subscribers. Do you want to come into my world and record something, or something?" And kindly enough, he actually responded back saying, "Yeah, sure, let's do something." Something like that, I don't know. But he reached out to me through Xbox since I had commented my gamertag, and basically we had just... I hopped in my world where I built the thing, which was actually my version of the Stampy's Lovely World because I'd followed his tutorials and things. So he just kind of flew around, he toured around the world, and he started off in the big statue that I had built for him. And it was a really fun night. It's still probably one of my best moments on YouTube, even though it wasn't even something that I did in the sense of me recording. That's kind of where I started out. After I had recorded with him on there, a few months later, decided to start my actual YouTube channel because I really was feeling motivated to make YouTube videos, and I had actually created another channel prior in 2014, actually. I lost the password, so I never was able to relog into it, but I had the motivation stored up to do videos on YouTube and to produce content. I eventually started up my channel, which was known as bol123. On the 1st of July 2015, I uploaded 2U25 update / first video. And in said video, I just kind of go through, showed the stuff that was added in the most recent update to Minecraft Xbox 360 edition. And basically, I went on my own. I went in a super flat world full of lapis blocks because username, and just kind of showed off the new things that were added, like the new glass blocks, the new doors, and that was kind of it. And I got lots of positive comments onto it, like commenting saying hello and things, good job. So I started to continue to do videos on YouTube. I did a few tutorials, I did a tutorial on how to build a sum. Following up, I also did tutorials on, I think I did robots of Stampy and Squid based off of like a sugarcane farm punching design where just you flip the lever and it pushes the arm so that it would break the sugarcane, something like that. I also did how to build the bedroom of Showtime's Quest, because Showtime's Quest, I knew the guy, like, for the time, out of my older group, he was the most subscribed channel. I believe I have passed him at this point. Definitely I have. He was at like 300, 400, something like that at the time. I think his channel got deleted or something, or he changed it, but I don't know. The next big moment, following up similar to the thing with Darman, was that I actually did a video in my replica of Stampy's Lovely World, touring it for Darman, essentially, because that was what most of the people did. They all just kind of came in and they said, hey, I built Stampy's World, and the tutorials are by Darman, so you can look at that, and here's what I've built. So I did essentially the same thing as most people did, and I went through, I toured what I'd done, but because I had the actual set from his 15K video, I also showed that off and just kind of toured the rest of the world, because in that world I also had a separate island, because I was in the Title Update 19 tutorial world, because on Xbox 360 edition as well as Xbox One edition, they don't do it on Bedrock edition anymore, but the people at 4J would set up a tutorial world for Minecraft, and I played through the 219 one, and for some reason I thought, this is the world I'm going to build Stampy's World in. I don't know why that world, because it was ultimately a pain to do, but it was fun. Like, in that Stampy's Lovely World, my replica of it, the one with Darman's statue, it did unfortunately eventually get deleted. I was one of the few to suffer a bug, which I guess I will let Toycat explain.
So this was a T25 bug that is the only time they've ever used emergency certification, because they made a very big error. So the way this bug worked was that if you wanted to rename any of your worlds, or if you deleted any of your worlds, instead of doing any, necessary actions to them, it would delete your top world, so the world you've been in most recently. So this means a lot of people's big worlds they spend their time in, a lot of people's survival worlds, they've done this or that, and if you hadn't ever backed it up, if you just left it there, what would happen is, you'd go to rename something else, and then your world would be missing, and you'd have no idea why, and then you'd realize it's because there is a save deletion bug. So fortunately, this was only in the game and only for one day on one platform, and the reason it was only on the 360 was because they used special code there. They made a massive mistake while developing it, and as a result of that, they are extra careful when certifying now, because like I said.
So basically what happened was I tried to rename the world to something else. I think I was trying to rename it so I could make a copy. I was going to make one copy on... I had two hard drives on my Xbox 360. I had the one that was with the console, and I had like a USB plugged into it. And I was planning on making a copy, so I was planning to make a copy of it. And that bug happened, and it deleted my world, so I couldn't make a copy, I couldn't save it. I was really sad. I remember I cried that night. It was... For the while, because I had done it for so long, as well as the fact that it had a historical significance too, I guess. Kind of that time of my life, it was sad, and I still am, I guess. Even though I probably wouldn't continue to update it, I still am kind of sad that the world is gone, considering it was land where he had stood, I guess. I don't know. But eventually I did that video on the 2nd of July, the very next day, right? Yeah, the 2nd of July, 2015. Afterwards, I continued to just do the same type of things I had been doing. I did a video where I blew up an NPC village, is what it says. But a little bit afterwards, I started the longest running series on this channel, which has been running for almost 4 years. The 4-year anniversary for it is coming soon. But on the 8th of July, 2015, I uploaded Survival Series Episode 1. And Survival Series was a short-lived, quote, series, where basically it was just me messing around in survival mode. And I would basically what happened in the series was it was just short 10-ish minute videos, and what I would do is I'd go just play survival essentially. I started off, I punched some spruce trees, I ran away from where I'd spawned in because I thought the area wasn't good enough or something. Like I wanted to have a different setup outside of a spruce biome because I didn't want to manage chopping down all the trees or whatever, so I decided to move. I ended up in a plains biome, not a plains biome, a smaller spruce area, which I eventually did terraform to the mesa, which is in 2019. But that's kind of how the series started out, and after each episode I would do a small video, just a small 2 20-second skits or something, just showing, hey, look at this funny joke, 2015 Lapis is funny, ha ha ha. So I'd upload a few of those. I believe the extent of survival series was 6 episodes, and that was kind of that small chapter. Followed up, I did a few other videos without really a series going on. One of which was PvP with Sandpig and Drummer Boss 318, uploaded on July 25th, 2015. Which is the first video that Drummer Boss 318, known as the Epic R today, or rather, he's known as Drummer Boss 318 on Xbox, and he refers to himself as Drummer. The Epic R is just more of his YouTube name, but this was the first video that he appeared in on my channel, and for the first 2 to maybe 2.5, or maybe 1.5 years, he was a pretty significant character for most of my Minecraft, for most of the Minecraft in this channel's history. And the first video that we featured him in was, basically, it was just a PvP match between me and Drummer. We were kind of a team fighting against another guy, Sandpig, and I do not know Sandpig anymore. I don't talk to him at all. I don't know if I even talked to him after the video, but we basically just had a PvP match in Drummer Boss's version of a Stampy Lovely World, because essentially Darman formed my group in a sense, because I met JT, a character who I'll mention later, through Darman. I met Countrymight, a character who I'll also mention later, through Darman. I met Exploding Creeper, a character who aforementioned, through Darman. I met lots of my group through Darman, and by greater extent Stampy, so I guess thank you Darman if you're listening, even though he probably is not. Anyways, basically we were just fighting in a Stampy world. We did 2 or 3 episodes of that for some reason, because at the time I didn't know how to edit clips together, so I just kind of did that. We also did a clip where I really enjoyed this video, even though it's really dumb because it's obvious what would happen, but it was leather with a diamond sword versus diamond with a wooden sword. It was an interesting experiment, I guess, I don't know. But anyways, afterward, did some other stuff. Showtime's Quest Hide and Seek trailer, which I never finished, I don't think. Immediately afterwards, on the 29th of July, 2015, just about a month after I started my channel, Adventure Series came into existence, known as Adventure Series Survival Series Comeback 1. And this was the first episode of my longest going series, Adventure Series, which 2019, I have done Adventure Series still. It's still going. Granted, nobody watches Adventure Series anymore because everyone's here for mashups at this point, which I'll get to in 2019. But Adventure Series still exists, and it's been here for 4 years, and that's something. So essentially what we started off with was I had done the house that I did in the survival series. I basically just went into creative mode and finished it. It's kind of obvious. And then it became a series where it was half survival, half creative, which, thinking about it now, is kind of dumb just because, I don't know, thinking about it now, it's kind of a poor decision on my behalf, but because it is more of a creative world to me now than a survival world, but I would always build in creative, go then record in survival. It was that kind of concept. It was more for like the roleplay elements though, because Adventure Series did try to have a story, and it did have a kind of, I guess you could say, cinematic universe, because it was linked in with Drummer Boss, as I mentioned. He had a series that eventually would come into existence, Drummer's Fun Adventure, which it is archived, as well as, although not in 2015, more like 2016 or 17, JT Stim 55, another character I'll get to in a second, he did a video series called Random Adventures, which was, I guess, kind of like, we all had our own LinkedIn community where we would do blank adventure or something. Mine was Adventure Series, Drummer had Drummer's Fun Adventure, JT had Random Adventures. It was a LinkedIn group. We had stories, we had bad guys, we had plots, I guess adventures. I mean, no damn, it's in the title, but that's kind of a broader sense of what happened. And speaking of, on the 3rd of August 2015, I introduced JT to my channel, JTStim55, in adventure series JTStim55 10. And essentially the plot for that episode was significant because I guess the story was introducing my villain character for the first time in, I guess, a sense where in a confrontation sense, because A, I had never seen the character, I only knew he was there, and I was seen in the 4th episode, I guess, and B, it introduced JT into the series, and JT would become a vital part of the series later on, mainly 2016-17, in a story where it was kind of brought upon us by him being weird. He essentially possessed himself by the villain of the series, known as the Evil Creeper, who, in a sense, the Evil Creeper was more or less just known as the evil clone of Exploding Creeper. And Exploding Creeper, again, significant person, but I don't have time to talk about him here because I don't think I was talking to him in 2015 on YouTube anyways. He kind of vanished out of nowhere and I don't know what happened, but anyways, afterwards I did a few more episodes of Adventure Series, just some more stuff related to, I guess, Stampy Cat's Wonder Quest. Stampy was a huge influence for me and most of my group in a sense. I also did another episode of My Stampy World. Similarly again to Darman, I did a video where I updated what was going on and some differences that I had intentionally put in there, and that was kind of that. But then the next historical event here is that on August 16th, 2015, I created a series known as Clenching Mite's World, where it was me and a guy called Clenching Mite. Clenching Mite is an important lad to me because we talk to this day. I don't know, me, him, and another guy, Power Creeper, who would eventually join Clenching Mite's World later on in 2018, a little before, I guess, the mashup era started. We were kind of like a trio, I guess. We worked together on survival worlds, we talked together a lot, we've significantly brought back the amount of time we talk. It's a whole fun group, and they stuck with me the longest out of most names mentioned in this video, actually. I'll get to that in 2019, but basically, I did a video called Secret Cakes. At the time, it was called that. And what I did was I essentially recorded a little clip of, because his skin was stampy and as well he was heavily influenced from Darman68. Actually, I believe I met Clenching Mite because of Darman. If I can find the screenshot, I'll put it on screen, but I met him in a Google Plus conversation where he asked if he was asking for help in a Stampy world. But I made him some cakes because making cake was on his agenda board in that setting, and that's kind of what happened. I recorded it for fun, and it eventually became a series. I guess the largest milestone that I celebrated in 2015 was my 30 subscriber special, which I did on September 9th, 2015. And I remember that was kind of the day that I had hit it, because I remember talking with my parents like later at night saying, hey, can I record this now because I just hit 30 and I don't want to do it when I'm not at 30. It's kind of dumb because I was a channel with 30 subscribers and it takes a while for channels with 30 subscribers to gain more subscribers and then hold on to them. Speaking of channels with 30 subscribers, subscribe to Golden Dragon 2004, now known as the Spaghetti. I said his wrong name, I'm sorry. Anyways, basically September 9th, 2015, I just kind of celebrated because I didn't even think I would get that high at all. I'm sure the number that I'm at today would shock me from 2015, but I don't know, I just thought I'd celebrate 30 subscribers, and I don't know. Granted, a majority of them were probably my closer community, like Clenching Mite, Drummer Boss, JT, etc. So I don't think it was anything extraordinary, and basically from then on, it's just kind of a mess. Like, I did a bunch of the type of videos that would succeed in 2007 YouTube or something, just short, random little clips that people might find funny. Despite the fact that in 2015, and especially modern day YouTube, would not work. I did things like, I did a thing in Stampy's Theater, mocking Desmond the Moon Bear from ASDF movie. There was a short skit where I was sitting in lava, Drummer Boss was ranting about pudding. Basically, another one, just a whole bunch, I did a few other things based off ASDF movie as well. Because again, that is kind of one of my favorite videos on YouTube to this day, just because watching it and the modern installations they just remind me of the old days of YouTube, despite the fact that I wasn't really there for those days, but I don't know, it has a charm to it, so I really like those videos, as well as kind of my introduction to memes, in a way. So, anyways, after a few more episodes of things like that, Cooking with Drummer Boss, 3rd anniversary of Cooking with Drummer Boss, even though they were uploaded probably like a week away from each other, video of me blowing up some cows or something, things like that. After that, the main thing that happened was I did a video titled LCF's World House Recreation, uploaded on December 20th, 2015. The LCF Pro is another YouTube channel. He is at like 18,200 subscribers, and he is another channel that I really, really enjoy. Like, he was one of my like, I guess, idol characters in 2015, as well as most of my other Minecraft videos, because he was great at building. I had watched him similarly to Darman68 because they both did similar content to referring to Stampy's house and building stuff from Stampy's world, so I had found his channel through that, and I enjoyed watching his content in general, so I decided to go through and watch his new series, LCF's World, and I really enjoyed it, so I decided to recreate it, because I like recreating things in Minecraft. So I decided to go and recreate it, and that became one of my higher viewed videos. Not higher viewed as in thousands. It has, as of today, June 23rd, yeah, this is taking days to record, it has 635 views, so it's not high viewed, but at the time, that was a lot. That was like more than I had subscribers at that time. I think I was maybe like 40-ish at that time, so that was a lot, and the majority of these came from back then, so I don't know. He did actually, I have a history of watching his channel. Like, I had commented a lot. I was on his LCS World series, Wall of Pros, which it's kind of similar to most YouTubers that have like connections or like influenced by Stampy. They had like a little board to, I guess, shout out people that if they did something nice related to them, and I was the first person on his board. Well, technically in the video he added 2 people, but I was typed on the sign first, so insert a meme there, I guess. I don't know, it was just crazy to see that he had acknowledged the thing that I did, because he actually did comment on the video 3 years ago, which was, it was crazy. I was excited, and I remember, like, it is still one of my higher viewed things that I get. Like, I did a tutorial series on how to build his base in Minecraft, and it is, outside of popular MMOs videos, the most viewed Minecraft video that I have is a part on how to build his house. So, I don't know. He's still a great channel, and I'd recommend checking him out if you want to see kind of nostalgic feels for 2015 Minecraft, but he hasn't uploaded since like 2017, I believe it is. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm probably going to go through and watch some of the older videos because they are all pretty good still. So, anyways, that's essentially what brings me to the end of 2015, because that's most of the stuff that I did in that year. Lots of early adventure series, just random clips that I kind of regret doing, but I'm not going to delete them. All types of things, and I ended off the year with a ghast, with a Happy New Year hat. So, 2019, the content that I upload on this channel has changed significantly. I went from pretty much 100% Minecraft to pretty much 100% mashups. I started uploading mashups in, I believe, mid-2018 with a mashup between I Got No Time and a song by the LCF Pro, because I thought, hey, these will probably go together well, and I had recently discovered other kind of core figures in the mashup community, and it was like, these are cool. I want to do something like these. Then I uploaded it, and I just started making more because I felt like it, and they started, I guess, consuming the channel in a sense, and I tried uploading some more Minecraft, but that wasn't really as well received as the mashups were, and coming to 2019, pretty much the only instance of Minecraft in 2019 has been of adventure series. I did an episode 4 months ago for a fish restaurant. I did the week of double upload between Minecraft and mashups, and other than that, it's pretty much just essentially 100% mashups and others, and that's, I don't know. They always say you should get a nice variety in life. You shouldn't just stick with the same exact thing, and I am trying to break that when it comes to my channel. I've been trying to upload Minecraft. This video is very different from the normal mashup things, and I highly doubt that it'll get nearly as seen as most mashups, considering it's probably over a half-hour long and it isn't a mashup, but I have been trying to bring back variety when it comes to content. That's why I did the Adventure Series week, because I wanted to bring back Minecraft to the channel. And I guess on a broader term, this channel's gotten kind of lonely in a sense, because you can't really collab with mashups, can you? I've seen people do mashups where they only make an instrumental and then them and other people come together, do vocals as a collab or something, like they sing as a collab with a mashup instrumental. I've seen something like that, I believe. I've seen where someone would take a song, cut it in 2 parts, and basically one person would make a mashup with that half, one person would make one of the other half. You can't really do that smoothly from my point of view. Like, when it comes to me doing stuff with other YouTubers, the closest thing to it that I've gotten has kind of been like remakes of mashups. Like, I believe Huff made a version of My Ordinary Epoch, and Brick Films at one point made a version of Basics and Behavior or not, but that's pretty much it. I can't really collaborate with anybody outside of Minecraft, so I've just kind of been sitting here doing mashups for the last year, and that's kind of where it stands. As of last month, on the 30th, I hit 500,000 views, and I did a mashup of Basics and Behavior, Not My Ordinary Epoch, and that's kind of the main significant thing outside of Adventure Series Week, and that's it. Although, in recent times, Minecraft has been kind of, I guess, making a comeback. Lots of people have said. I mean, as of this time, PewDiePie has played Minecraft for a couple of episodes straight. I've seen some YouTubers come back playing Minecraft. I've gotten my, real-life group. We have a Minecraft server where we all play together nowadays. We had a survival one a while back. We have a build battle one going on now, which is really fun. I know Minecraft is kind of being reborn, and I'd like to take advantage of that. I'd like to try to bring Adventure Series back into a full swing outside of 100% mashups, I guess. And I think soon I will try to accomplish that goal by the end of the year. So, this year, I feel like if I work hard enough and stop procrastinating, I could succeed. So, I guess only time will tell. I hope I can drop the procrastination as hard as I have been. And that's kind of that. Although, when it comes to mashups and Minecraft, as I've said, basically I've been a one-man show when it comes to that type of stuff. I guess I'd like to end off with, a where are they now type thing, because I mentioned a lot of names in that 2015 part, and I guess for current day, I would speak from an outside perspective on where I see everybody. And I guess the most obvious one is Clenching Might. Clenching Might, he's still here. We're still talking to this day. I mean, we're trying to load up a game together in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. We're trying to get all the achievements again. We're playing survival mode with Power Creeper. It's a whole fun thing. We are getting the group back together in a sense when it comes to that, and that's really fun. We're gonna probably try to get a summer project at some point, hopefully. That's kind of where I stand with Country Mite. Drummer Boss has kind of ceased to exist in a sense, because he hasn't uploaded a video his last video was uploaded 3 months ago, and even between there, that was a one-off video, I think. His last video was in July of 2018, outside of that one-off video from 4 months ago, and he's just kind of been vanished. Although, I do kind of see a light there, because he did go through and unprivate all of his videos, as it's pretty clear to see when it comes to Social Blade statistics getting 100,000 views in a day. So, potentially he's trying to come back, which would be something, I guess. When it comes to JT, he's also pretty much gone. He has announced he's coming back, but he hasn't really pushed it far. He announced he was coming back in April this year, and he hasn't really made a push to come back with the full swing of constant uploads, but I don't know. At this point in time, I see potential that a collab between us three could come by the end of this year, which would be something, I guess. But I do have lots of doubts that could happen, but seeing that they've both made an effort with re-uploading and unprivating videos, potentially something could happen. I don't know. 2019 is a weird time. I feel like we could be living in a rebirth for Minecraft videos, potentially. Mashups probably aren't going to go anywhere. I guess that's kind of 2019.